Thanks for the lesson, Chuck. Didn't know I'd be out of here in the pasture getting emotional over a bull. Hey y'all, good morning. As you can see, I am in my car, in my overalls. It's not freezing today, but I needed an extra layer. Like, it's 45, that's still cold to me, but I do have these lovely fleece lined Duluth overalls, and they're really comfy and cozy, and they go right on top of my yoga pants. It's kind of nice. And then I just throw a jacket on top of it, and then I can, de-layer if I need to, but I like having my core warm. This is really weird. It's kind of like a horse blanket, okay? You don't cover everything, and it's not restrictive, but it is comfortable, and I'm not walking around like Ralphie. My beautiful babies. Hold on. People are getting out and about today, which is nice. There is no sunshine, but it is, warmer than it has been. My Storm over there. Look at her little hoofs in the water. She's like, it's too cold to swim. Yeah, baby, it's too cold to swim. But it is warm enough to be out and about, which is nice. They need a day. They need actually a sunshine day, but we'll take this for now. Look at that. Even Leonard out and about. He's doing really good with his recovery. So we are expecting a significant amount of rain this week. Surprise! No one is surprised. And today is the only day that I will have for the next 8 days that will be rain-free during daylight hours. So I'm heading over to meet Chuck for the first time. Yeah, thought you might want to come along. You interested? So yeah, we are headed to go meet Chuck. If you're not familiar with Chuck, Chuck is a bull who came from Temple, Pennsylvania, from the Steinmetz family farm. I'll be honest, I wasn't on board. Listen, Chuck has a stigma. He has a reputation, a real reputation of hurting the person who raised him. And for me personally, I had a lot of questions about, like, why would we want to bring that into our life? Why would we want to put another set of risk in our life? Now, don't get me wrong. Every large animal is capable of what Chuck did. It doesn't matter if you raise them, if they love you, or, if you feed them every day and their moves. Every animal is still an animal and is capable of what Chuck did to his previous owner, Justin. So I'm not naive to think that just because Chuck did it, that none of our own are capable or anything like that. But it still was like, why would we invite that to us? And I also, all of that aside, I was very nervous for an animal to make that long of a journey. Pennsylvania to Texas is a far trip. It's far. It's a ride that I don't want to do in a car personally. I don't. The ride from Illinois to Texas is long enough, and Pennsylvania is longer than that by like 8 hours. So I just had all these fears, and I am the skeptic. I am the worrier. But here we are, because Lester and I may not always agree, but we support each other in our hopes, dreams, wishes, and plans. And Lester was adamant that Chuck could have a forever home with us. So here I am, supporting all the way. And today I finally get to meet him. So I thought you might want to come along and know that Chuck made it. Chuck is here, and I'm gonna see him and feel out the whole scenario, and you're coming with me. Let's go. Well, I have made it to JL North, and my Roman is here. I'm guessing my Rita is on the other side of Roman, but there stands Chuck. And a cardboard cutout of Lester. Y'all. All right, let's get this party bus rolling. Hi, sweeties. Ooh, it's windy out here. Hi, Roman. Hi, Rita. Hi, baby. Her little face is turning so gray. So gray. I gotta put a jacket out here. All right. In order to make my interactions with Chuck be simplified, Rita's having a bit of a timeout out here. She didn't do anything wrong, but I know that Rita can be a bit of a deterrent. Now, I have a halter for Roman too, and just out of curiosity, I'm gonna see if he's gonna let me do that. So, I've brought a secret weapon. Everybody likes muffins, but this right here is my personal preference when doing super important jobs. So, you already had yours, baby. What do you think, sir? You're down for some work today? Yeah? Okay, I'm coming in, okay? This is not actually what I anticipated to do today. Meaning that I didn't plan to come to work with Roman. But I'm happy to. So he's basically told me, like, listen, it's cold and I don't feel like it, which is okay, because I'm here to hang out with Chuck. I'm gonna drop the halter that I went and got of Roman's. I'm just gonna make my way over to Chuck. It's okay. I'm nervous and excited, but mostly nervous. Listen, I love our cows, but I love them from a distance. It appears that Chuck might be laying down. Let me show you. Okay, super important things here. Good to see that the gate is triple shut. Really appreciate that. Also noticing that was the halter that I couldn't find. Hello, sir. Hi. How are you? It is, it's becoming a little bit chilly. You can feel the moisture in the air. Don't get up, it's okay. I mostly just wanted to say hello. See how you're enjoying the JL North. Have you interacted with anyone out here yet besides Roman and Rita? It appears that you have a nice picturesque view of some ladies to look at. Not much of a talker today, huh? I get that. Some of the things that I expect to see from Chuck is actually exhaustion, what I think I'm seeing now. So he rode in a trailer for 20 plus hours. I don't know the exact amount of time, but a really long time. And while adrenaline can help them get through that, the recovery period from that can be sometimes long. I'm not saying he's sick or anything like that, but personally, whenever I travel, it takes me a day or so to get back into the swing of things, and you kind of don't realize it until things slow down. So, for instance, when I was traveling back to back to back to back in my peak of my traveling in my career, I actually never felt the exhaustion until I would get home for more than 2 days. And at that period in time, it sometimes could be 6 months before I had that type of gap in between. And I wouldn't feel the exhaustion until I was able to step out of the race, basically. And seeing Chuck not even care that I'm here has sort of put me in that mindset and remembering that time in my life where when you're in it, you just do it because that's the circumstances that you have. And I think for women in particular, that's a really big part of our lives. You're in the circumstance, you're in the rat race, whether it's, kids and soccer games and basketball games and work and everything else that life throws at you. You just handle it as it comes. And you don't realize how hard you're running and how much you're doing until you have time to step out of that. And sometimes it takes a really long time before you can step out of that. And I kind of wonder that about Chuck. As he sits out here in this pasture or in this lot, chewing his cud, snuggled up in hay, I'm actually refreshed to see that he's relaxing and that he's allowing himself some recovery and that he's not pacing a gate and not pounding at walls or anything like that. His body is telling him, hey man, you should rest. And I love that for him. I know that there are big things ahead for him as far as vets and all that he needs. But today, he's allowing his soul to catch up a little. And if there's anything that I can take from this moment is that it's okay for us to allow our souls to catch up a little, to take a break, to have moments, and to pause. So as much as I want to walk over and feed him some animal crackers through the fence, I'm not going to disturb his pause. I'm not going to disturb his recovery time. Because it's very clear as his eyes are heavy, and they are heavy, that he needs this. And maybe you do too. Thanks for the lesson, Chuck. Didn't know I'd be out of here in the pasture getting emotional over a bull. Thanks for coming with me today to meet Chuck.